Sabeer Bhatia vs Namita Thapar, what is the real question about Indian engineers? Imagine a young engineer sitting in front of a laptop at 2 o'clock at night. The family thinks that their son will job in a big company, society will consider him settled, but an incomplete code is stuck on his screen. Looking from the outside, India looks like a country of engineers. Coaching in every lane, college in every city, a dream in every family. If the son or daughter becomes an engineer, life will be made. But the fear begins right from here. If despite having so many engineers, why does India's name not look as big in the world's largest software products, hardware platforms and breakthrough innovations as the large size of our talent pool? And the curiosity is that when Hotmail co-founder Sabeer Bhatia made a sharp comment on Indian engineers, why did Shark Tank India judge Namita Thapar get so furious? Did Bhatia speak the truth, or did he judge India unfairly? This story is not just an online debate between two famous personalities. This is the story of India's education system, work culture, brain drain, startup mindset and our social thinking. Sabeer Bhatia is no ordinary name. He is counted among those entrepreneurs who, in the early era of the internet, made a product like Hotmail, which brought email to the common people. The success of Hotmail gave him recognition in the global tech world. Therefore, when such a person comments on Indian engineers and Indian education, the matter naturally becomes headlines. In a podcast, Bhatia said that in India, a lot of engineering graduates go into management roles instead of making a real product. His question was, where is the hands-on work ethic where people truly make things? His point was that the number of engineers in India is very high, but a shortage of builders is visible. There is a degree, there is a designation, there is a salary package, but the hunger to make a product does not look that strong. He also raised the point about the lack of critical thinking and practical skills. Meaning, not just reading from books, but asking questions, opening up a problem, making a solution, and learning from failure. Bhatia also made a comparison with China. According to him, China supports education and technical capability very aggressively, whereas in India, quality education many times looks expensive and like a privilege. But as soon as this statement came out, the reaction also became fast. Many people said that Bhatia is harsh, but not wrong. At the same time, many people felt that he underestimated the hard work of Indian engineers. Namita Thapar gave her reply on this very matter. She said that it is easy to go to another country and give gyan on India, but the real challenge is in bringing change while staying in one's own country. Namita's pain was not just on a single comment. A big point was hidden in her reply. It is easy to criticize India, but it is very difficult to fight the complexity of the system while staying inside India. She also pointed toward the brain drain, meaning, talented people go outside, work in global companies, achieve success there, and then comment on India's shortcomings. Namita's question was whether criticism alone is enough. If you know that there is a problem in the system, then does a responsibility not form that you also play some role in improving that system? But instead of looking at this debate in an emotional way, it is necessary to understand it by becoming a little calm. Because a part of the truth is present in the points of both Bhatia and Namita. Bhatia's truth is that in India, engineering education for a long time kept revolving around marks, exams and placements. A lot of students do engineering not out of passion, but out of the pressure of job security. In many colleges, labs are weak, industry exposure is limited, and projects are made just to complete a file. The student does not have to save the product, they have to save the percentage. In such a scenario, creativity slowly gets suppressed. Before asking a question, a child thinks whether this will come in the exam or not. The teacher also cannot give time to practical curiosity in the race to complete the syllabus. This is the reason why a lot of graduates come out with a degree, but they have to struggle to understand real industry problems. The company then gives training, and many times says that freshers are not job ready. But Namita's truth is also no less important. It is easy to just criticize India because the scale here is very large. Crores of students, thousands of colleges, different income groups and different family pressures. For a middle-class family, engineering is not just a passion, it is also a path to financial security. Parents want the child to take a stable job instead of taking risks because the expectations of the home rest on them. In Silicon Valley, failure is called learning. But in many homes in India, failure means questions from relatives, worry about a bank loan and fear of a career gap. That is why an Indian engineer often becomes a survivor before becoming a builder. First a job is needed, then an EMI has to be managed, then the family has to be supported. The dream of product innovation many times gets buried under these responsibilities. Bhatia's frustration is perhaps because of this very matter, that talent is there in India, but the system does not push it toward making original products. Namita's anger is perhaps because of this very matter, that do not make this struggle look small by sitting outside. Now the question is, are Indian engineers truly less capable? The answer to this is clear, no. Indian engineers are in leadership roles in many big tech companies of the world. Indian origin leaders are visible in global companies like Google, Microsoft, Adobe, IBM. Indian engineers have made a strong identity in coding, architecture, AI, cloud and enterprise technology. So then the problem is not of capability. The problem is of the ecosystem. When that same Indian engineer goes into a global ecosystem, he does world-class work. Then why does such an environment form less in India? Funding, mentorship, research culture, university-industry connect, failure tolerance and product markets are included in the environment. Just blaming the engineer does not show the complete picture. In India, many students are told from childhood to bring good marks, get a good college, get a good job. But very few children are asked, what do you want to make? When the question itself becomes how much is the package, then the answer also comes in salary, not in innovation. This very mindset slowly makes engineering more of a credential than creation. Engineering does not mean just a degree. Engineering means making a system after seeing a problem, making a broken process better, solving some need with technology. Mixed language, if a student remains focused only on previous year papers and placement questions for 4 years, he becomes less of an engineer and more of an exam fighter. Then the industry says that students are not practical. The student says that the college did not teach practicals. The college says that the industry did not cooperate. And the system keeps moving in a blame game. Sabeer Bhatia's point strikes at this very cycle. He is saying that India needs real builders. People who write code, make machines, design, test products and solve ground problems. Namita Thapar's point also looks at this same cycle from the other side. She is saying that change comes from working from the inside, not by mocking from the outside. This debate went viral because it contained both national pride and an uncomfortable truth. The Indian audience does not want to hear criticism, but the concern of the skill gap also truly exists. Every year, lakhs of students come into engineering courses. Official higher education data shows that STEM enrollment in India is very large, meaning the raw talent pool is not small. But a large talent pool does not make an innovation economy on its own. For that, the right direction, right training and right respect system are needed. Here, the respect system is very important. In India, many times a manager gets more status than a maker. The one who gives a presentation is visible. The one who makes the product goes into the background. Bhatia was raising questions on this very respect structure. He was saying that India will have to respect those people who truly make software, write code and do critical thinking on problems. In our place, becoming a manager is many times considered success, whereas remaining a hands-on engineer looks like a lower status to some people. This thinking damages technical excellence. In countries like Germany, Japan, China or America, technical craftsmanship gets a different kind of respect. Becoming a specialist engineer, there is also a big career. Just going into management is not considered progress. India will also have to understand that it is not necessary for every brilliant engineer to become a manager. Some people should be allowed to grow only in deep technology, research and product building. But for this, companies will also have to change career ladders. If salary and respect are gained only in management, then an engineer will definitely leave coding and go into management. On the other hand, students will also have to understand their responsibility. That the college is weak can be a correct point, but today resources for learning on the internet are present more than ever before. If a student truly wants to learn coding, electronics, AI, robotics or product design, paths of online platforms, open source projects, hackathons and communities are present with them. Here the question again comes to the mindset. Is the student only adding certificates or truly building skills? Is the project only for the resume or does it solve some real problem? India's startup ecosystem has also shown hope. Digital public infrastructure like UPI, the Aadhaar redacted stack, ONDC, and many SaaS startups have proved that India can become a product builder, not just a service provider. Companies like Zoho showed that a global software product can be made by sitting in India. Freshworks also strengthened this belief that Indian SaaS can go up to the global market. But a few success stories cannot cover the problem of the entire ecosystem. India needs a mass-level practical skill culture, not isolated winners. From the school level itself, Children will have to be put into the habit of tinkering, experiments and questions. If a child asks why does this happen, then instead of making them quiet, they will have to be allowed to explore. In college, along with exams, real labs, internships, industry problems and product demos will have to be made serious. An engineer will not be prepared just by attendance and theory marks. Teachers also need training. If the faculty itself does not connect with industry changes, then students will remain stuck in the old syllabus. The government's role is also important. Policy, funding, research grants, affordable education and skill programs can give direction to the system. But implementation must be strong on the ground. The responsibility of the private sector is also no less. Companies want ready-made talent from freshers, but many times do not invest that much in long-term collaboration with colleges. If the industry needs skilled engineers, they will have to come more actively into curriculum design, live projects, apprenticeships and mentorship. Families will also have to change their view. Not every child will go to IIT, not every engineer will go to Silicon Valley, and the measure of every career should not be just a package. Some child likes opening machines, some likes making apps, some design, some research. Real builders will emerge only when these interests get respect from childhood. Now look at Namita and Bhatia's debate, not like a personal fight but like a warning signal. On one side, a global achiever is saying that India needs practical builders. On the other side, an entrepreneur working in India is saying that change will have to be brought by staying on the ground. If we connect both points, the answer comes out. India will have to listen to criticism as well as save self-confidence. Blind pride is also harmful, and considering every criticism coming from outside as an insult is also harmful. The truth is that Indian engineers are not weak, but the Indian engineering ecosystem will have to become more practical, more curious, and more product-focused. If India remains only a service economy, then we will execute others' ideas. But if India becomes a builder economy, then ideas, products, and platforms will also come out from here. In the era of AI, this question has become even more urgent. Just routine coding and basic tasks will not be enough in the future. The value of critical thinking, creativity, and problem solving will increase further. Therefore, today's engineer cannot become safe just by taking a degree. He will have to keep learning, keep changing tools, and connect with real-world problems. Bhatia's point stings because it contains a harsh generalization. Namita's point stings because it contains a national emotion. But both together show a mirror to India. This mirror says that talent is there, but it needs direction. Ambition is there, but it will have to be changed into creation. A degree is there, but it will have to be changed into skill. If India is able to do this, then in the coming times, the world will not talk only about Indian CEOs, but will also talk about Indian-built products. And then perhaps in some podcast, no one will ask why Indian engineers go only into management. Then the question will be, how did Indian engineers make the next big product of the world?
If this video has taught you something new, or if you feel this information should reach more people, don't forget to like and share the video. Your small share can become valuable and useful information for someone else. If you have any questions related to this topic, or if you would like to share your opinion with us, be sure to write in the comment box. We read every question and suggestion from you, because your feedback inspires us to create better content. And if you want to keep receiving such interesting and reliable information about business, the economy, and the world in the future, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel GRT Business and also press the bell icon so that you get notifications of every new video directly. At GRT Business, we always strive to provide you with accurate, balanced, and reliable information. Our news and analysis are prepared based on information obtained from various news agencies, public sources, and public opinion. We make every effort to verify and validate each fact as much as possible. But in case of any possible error or dispute, the responsibility lies with the respective sources. Our only aim is to present you with a correct and trustworthy perspective so that you can understand any topic better.